Child. So he was like, oh, I can open my phone and you can go through it right now, and vice versa. And she was just like, phone, go through phones. Mm-mm, ain't gonna happen. Not happening. Sis was not trying to give up that phone. Hey, it's me, C, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and we will be doing a mask, doing a cute little skincare, little self-care moment while we talk about these girls, women. So you guys, yes, I am super behind, but that's why I'm doing this double upload so that I can catch up and be, up to date so I can put these videos out every week opposed to like a week and 2 weeks later. But yeah. So as far as skincare goes, today I'm going to be using the Weekender Baggage Claim Gold Eye Mask. These are like gold foil masks. They are super, super good. And then I'll be using this Australian Pink Clay Mask by Elias Skin. And I do have a coupon code. If you would like to purchase this here mask, the code will be right here, pieces of .c, and that'll give you a 15% off. This mask here detoxes and brightens the skin, tightens your skin's pores. If you're anything like me, you have large pores and oily skin, and it helps with the removal of acne and dark spots. I don't really have acne, but I do have a few dark spots. So as soon as I see those, sometimes I'll just do a whole face mask, or you can use this as a spot treatment. So again, the code is pieces of .c, and I'll make sure it's in the description, links, all of that. So this week's episode picks right back up with the birthday party at Jen's. So Jen's party. And it's at the part when Jen is like legit like going off, like super, super upset, rightfully so, because of Mary and all that stuff. And honestly, for me, Mary would have had to get out my house. She would have had to go. Like, you gotta go. No, you're not about to sit here and disrespect me and act like me feeling some sort of way is like nothing because you just don't understand, or you just don't want to understand why I'm upset, like making it seem like it's not a big deal. And honestly, when Mary came upstairs and gave that like bullshit ass apology, basically saying like, I apologize for making you feel the way that you felt. Those weren't my intentions. She still doubled down like on the simple fact that she said it, and it kind of like it is what it is. Like, I apologize for making you feel oh so upset, but I said what I said, sort of thing. And I just didn't respect that. Like, if you're going to apologize, then apologize. But if you're not, then just don't and leave the party. Like, I don't understand. It's just so stupid. So stupid. Also at the party, Whitney kind of not confronts, but pulls Lisa to the side to talk to her about, what happened at her wedding renewal, because Lisa sent over some of her tequila from her company, and she sent 2 bartenders to go along with it. And, Whitney, she basically said, like, I was grateful for, you sending them over and you sending the bottles and da 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 da. But she basically was like, your staff, the bartenders were legit like getting drunk, breaking glass. After the fact, I had to clean up glass, clean up this, clean up that. They were all in my husband's like, liquor area that they shouldn't have been in, drinking alcohol that you can't even get in the States, bitch. Like, your bartenders came here to serve, not to get drunk and party. And she pretty much told them that. And she was just like, I don't know if it's because they were stealing liquor or if they were just drinking it, but legit, your tequila ran out mad fast, and yeah, like it wasn't enough for the party. And I didn't take that as like her not being like grateful for Lisa to have sent her product to her party, or not her party, her wedding renewal. I just took it as hey, your staff was unprofessional and they didn't bring enough product. And yeah, like, I feel like as a business owner, you should never be super offended when somebody's giving you a review face to face, especially if it's somebody that you know. If they had a bad experience with your brand or your company, you shouldn't be like, oh my God, you're ungrateful. I didn't have to do this. I didn't have to do that. Like, and Whitney's tone wasn't even like a, oh, bitch. It was just like a, hey, let me talk to you and tell you what went down. Like, you know what I mean? So I really felt like Lisa was tripping in that situation. So much to the point that the next day, apparently, she calls Whitney and she basically threatens her, like, don't speak of any of my entities and businesses. And if you do, I'm going to spread the rumor that you and your husband are swingers. In that community in Salt Lake City, swinging, that's, that's what they do. Not everybody, obviously, but it's known to be a polygamous area, polygamous community because, y'all seen surviving polygamy and all that stuff. Don't act like y'all don't know. Y'all know. And I just felt like that was really foul of Lisa to do because, like I said, as a businesswoman, if somebody's coming to you and telling you about an experience they had with your company or with your brand, and they're not bashing you, they're coming to you directly, why are you sitting here threatening to like start rumors and all this stuff? Like, you're like a 40-something-year-old woman. Like, if you can't handle constructive criticism or feedback, then you shouldn't be a businesswoman. Like, what the hell? What is wrong with you? All that for what? But also in this episode, we find out a little bit more about Whitney, and we find out that her father was actually a very successful hair care and salon and beauty school owner, but he, battles with addiction. And when her mom and him got divorced, that's when it got really, really bad. He lost everything, and the family, the Mormon community, all that, they turned their back on him, and he literally had nobody other than her. So I thought that was really, really sad, but it was interesting to see, where like her family dynamic is and like where she came from, because based on what we've seen in episode 1, I would just think she comes from like a basic Mormon family, and it was just interesting to see her dad and hear his story. But let's get on to some more tea. So Meredith and her husband were at dinner, and remember on her birthday he like wasn't even there or whatever, and I was like, what type of situation is this? I don't understand how as a husband you're not going to be at your wife's like birthday celebratory things. Like, that was just very odd to me. And we find out the tea, girl. We find out that freaking her and her husband are actually separated. Okay. And the tea about that is they're separated, and he pretty much is kind of like over the situation, but not over the situation. Like, he told her that he would be willing to work on it, and she said she would be willing to work on it, but he's like, you're not emotionally there and available. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not trying hard enough, pretty much, is what he told her. And a conversation about swapping phones came up. Child. So he was like, oh, I can open my phone and you can go through it right now, and vice versa. And she was just like, go through phones? Ain't gonna happen. Not happening. Sis was not trying to give up that phone. I don't know what she got on that phone, but she don't want her husband to see it, and that's on period. And he was not feeling that. And for me, it's like, do I think we should be going through our significant other's phones? No. But at the same time, if my significant other asks me to like see my phone or something like that, I'm not gonna be tripping. Like, what's in the phone, sis? What is in the phone, sis? Smoothie, sis. Get your greens in. But anyway, later in the episode, they all go skiing and everything. And during the day, it seemed cool. Like, there was no real beef, drama, anything like that. But after the skiing activity, they like, I guess, had lunch or dinner, whatever they were doing. And, you know, some conversations came up. Whitney brought up the fact that Lisa basically is trying to threaten her. And of course, her cousin, her good sis Heather, jumps in. Heather's just like, I feel some sort of way because you be looking down on me, you're dismissive to me, blah, 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 blah. And Lisa's just really a bitch about it all and acting like she doesn't know what they're talking about. Like, well, if you feel like blah, 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 if you this, if you that, then whatever. And then come to find out, the day of Meredith's birthday party, Lisa had text Heather like, oh, hey, did Jen text you? And Heather's like, yeah, I heard from her this morning. And then Lisa was just kind of like, oh, I'll see you tonight, whatever. And then Heather put the little thumbs up emoji. So that became a whole big thing. Like, oh, so you sent me the thumbs up emoji. That's like a real big F you. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, is this white girl talk? Because I'd never known a thumbs up to be a F you. Like, I just thought, like, if you're going to do this, then you're just going to do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not hip because I just was confusion. I don't know. But in the little green screen thing, Heather for sure was like, that definitely met F you, because she just, like, I'm not about to be talking to you because if you don't know me so much, you don't know nothing about me except that I'm a fun girl and I flash people. Why are you texting me? Why do you have my phone number? Why? And honestly, Heather, I feel you, sis. I feel the same way. She knows she's full of it. That was literally all that happened in episode 2. Of course, episode 3, we will have more drama, more tea, more all that. But episode 2, that's all we got. You guys, make sure you comment down below and let me know what you think about this show and the tea and the castmates. Like, who do you like? Who don't you like? You guys already kind of know where I lean back and forth. So no need to go there. And make sure you let me know what types of activities and things you would like to see me do as we recap and review. Do you guys want me to do like a live recap and like in real time review, like watching it with me? Or do you guys like these little activities, doing makeup, doing a mask, whatever, you know, drinking some smoothies? Make sure if you're not subscribed, just go ahead and subscribe because, hello, we have fun here. And turn that post notification bell on so you don't miss anything that I post. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.